Good morning. Welcome to my e-learning challenge, that is YouTube, where we are to discuss on this today's videos. Unit number 5, corporate boards and committee, on the subjects business ethics and corporate governance for MCOM second sem. So last 2 days we discussed about introduction part of corporate board and committees, where we discuss about corporate boards concepts. Let's discuss about today's videos the concept corporate committees. So when we has to be discuss about committees, so when the word come committees, where we can come to the picture that various group of peoples will assign some of the duties and they has to be performed for a particular period or for a particular target. So that is basically committees we can talk about, or special committees may be formed or maybe framed to be solve any issues, or maybe to be think about as organizations to solve any problems or any difficulty arises, or maybe any emergencies arises. The committees has been set. So basically let's to go for today's, where we face the COVID-19, when most of the that is where we are there in the lockdown periods, and schools and colleges will be there as a completely lockdown. So how this COVID-19 situation will be overcome. So that purpose UGC has been set some of the committees to overcome these problems. So that is nothing but where the group of people, that is expert people, will come there, and to be solve this issues purpose, they will give some of the directions, or there may be suggestions. So that will be basic things of committees. Here committee is a type of small deliberate assembly that is group is usually intended to remain subordinate to another large deliberate assembly, which when organized so as to be action on committee requires vote by its entire members. So basic things, that is your committees. And where we talk about, that is your concepts, the board committees. Corporate board committee is nothing but it is a committee which consisting of the members of a board of directors and mandated to carry out specified functions, programs or project assigned by the corporate board. So basically the directors are involved on that your committees, and their main role has to be carry out the organization functions, program, project assigned by the corporate boards. And basically when we frame corporate committees, why the corporate board has been said the corporate committees? The first reason, that is to be oversee and control the matter of affairs of the company. So to be look after that each factors, or the how the company will be run, to be control purpose. So we require the corporate committee. Then exercise and administrate certain authorities, then to discharge some function as a managerial representatives and fiduciary duties, to carry out such other specified function or the services regarding to organization, and to assist the board in discharging its responsibility. What overall corporate committee talks about, to be control the company's affairs, to exercise and administrate of all the department, and discharge some functions to managerial representatives, and carry out specific functions, and the board has to be discharged some of the responsibility on various departments. Then comes to the main role of that, your role or the functions of board committees has been considered. So why we has to frame, and what the duties we has to be performed in the corporate committee. That is, first things it is, we should give the assistance and guidance to the boards, how the corporate board has to be look after, or how they has to set the various policies. Then assessing the major risks faced by the company, and find option to avoid such risks, because basically the committee's main work to be overcome the problems, avoid the problems, or to avoid the risk factors. And apart from that, monitoring and approving some of the financial and business strategy for at the implementation level. So that has been framed by various committees. Also advise and review, approve management strategic plans and decisions. So what things will be decided in the management has to be advise them, should be review them, and evaluate and overseeing this succession planning. So that is also very much important as organizations. Then compliance with all applicable statutory and legal requirement also we can be ensure them, and ultimately should monitor the corporate performance against the strategic business plan. So these are the main role or the main functions that board committee has been follow, or has to be maintained, or has to be do that work activity in the organizations. Then comes to as a different types of board committees will be there as per the organization. Some of the organization may having that all types of committees are there. Some of the companies is having only 4 to 5 committees are there. Basically, when it comes to different types of board committees, will be come to the pictures. The major 4 committees are audit committees, nomination committee, then compensation committees, and grievances committees. Apart from that, other committees also there, strategic boards, special committees are there, governance committees are there, grievances, and then enterprise risk. So based upon the problems or based upon the special purposes that are maintaining the governance systems of the organization, the committee has been work. But basically, in every organization today, we have to focus the major policy has to be major committees be required, that is audit, nomination, compensation, and grievances committees. So let's discuss about how these committees will be there. So we'll discuss about the first things committee, that is audit committees. Now the name itself, why we require these audit committees. Now it is established from among board of director only and formed to implement accounting, audit, financial reporting, and internal control function purpose only. So this committee be framed by the board of directors only. Their main role has to be to implement accounting, audit, and financial reporting and internal control function of the organizations. And when we frame this audit committee, the composition should be at least 3 directors only, minimum 3 directors, and that 3 directors should be financially literate, and at least 1 member should have the accounting and financial management expert, just like your CA, or you will be having the chartered accountant, or maybe having that the special accounting or financial management experts, and 2/3 members shall be independent directors. This is also very much important. So the board has to be framed that audit committee involve 3 directors, and under that all are financial literate, and under that 2/3 members should be independent, because when you're doing the audit as a independent directors, then only the organization will get the true and fair result. If you go for internally only dependent directors or working directors, the company's performance or company's accuracy of that maintaining that accounting activities or audit activity will not be taken place. That's why that as per the rules of Companies Act 1956 and Amendment 2013, that every company has to go for that, has to be maintained 2/3 members shall be independent directors, and the chairman of this committee should be as a independent directors only. Then apart from that, that audit committee should take a meeting in a year, that is we should take annually 4 meetings, and that 4 meetings should not be have the gap more than 4 months. It should be the very much important what we can include about that, the concept we have to focus when we conduct, and the quorum should be the 2 members or 1/3, whichever is greater, the quorum should be there. And the power, what the power is there for as audit committee, to investigate into any activity or affairs of the companies related to financials, seek any information from employees, it will be related to that, obtain the legal and professional advices, and also ensure attendance of outsiders with relevant and to expertise. So overall, audit committee has to be go for that, have the powers. And when we work, that is we can include about audit, that is what the role and responsibility of audit is there. So their main role has to be financial reporting must be made quarterly, not only annually, before submission to the board approval, that is at the true and fair basis. And you should give the recommendation to appoint or reappointment or replacement or removal of any statutory board auditors. If you are doing things, you should be given the recommendation of that. Discussion with internal auditors about significant finding and follow up. Anything we have to be making changes, or we will be having the discussions. So you should finding and follow up to the AGMs, and develop a policy to avoid unethical conduct within the company. This is very much important as a governance issues point of view. As an audit committee, unethical avoid activities, and find the reasons for non-payment of interest and report or non-payment of dividends. So audit committees have the responsibility, should give the reasons why the non-payment of interest we are doing, or why not paying the non-payment of dividends. So these are the main roles and responsibility of the audit committee, and audit committees play important roles. If you are following the good audit committee in the organization, then only your organization will play important role. Otherwise, you are knowing about that today's generation, most of the companies are become the frauds, and they are becoming the bankruptcy because they are failed to be show that audit report properly to the things, and after 5 to 6 years or after 10 to 20 years that company has become that is fraudulent because of the mistakes of that is audit committee. So your audit committee's work play very much important roles when has to be think about as a good governance point of view, has to follow the role and responsibilities. Then move to the next one, another important committee, that is nominating committee or nomination committees. It is another important committees. It is considered for to carry out or evaluation of the board and management. If the any board of directors members will be have that things, or to assist the board in election activity of directors, to recommend the board directors nominee for each committee. So on behalf of that board of directors, the person will not be there, so how we are going to be giving the rights and how we should give the powers. So based upon that, we should be consider that nominating committee will be work, and having that composition. So how the composition will be there in the nomination committee, at least or minimum 3 directors you can sit, and all are independent, not dependent directors. Meeting should be annually, chair report by the boards. Quorum should be constituted and act affirmative vote. At least 2 members should be there present at AGMs. Appointment and removal, it should be that is will be based upon the chairman and member annually should be given to the board of directors. And the main role and responsibility of nomination, that is where annually review and evaluate its own performance only. First things, assessing the need of new directors if needed, or assisting the election of qualified new directors if it is necessary, or we can get the elections should be know about the qualified directors position, and coordinate and approve the board and committee meeting schedules as per the necessary requirements, and design and implement the executive compensation plan that will be helpful for the board of directors to assign some of the directors in a corporate boards, and ultimately evaluation of directors result, or maybe that how we can evaluate the directors, that has been played by a nomination committees. Then another important committee where we discuss about audit and nominating committees, the another important, that is compensation committees. So this is also play important role, where this committee which is established from among the board of director only, and at least or minimum 3 or more directors, all are independent directors, and the meeting of compensation will be annually only, because to be make that compensation to our employee or maybe the other stakeholder purpose. And then the quorum should be, how the quorum will be, the compensation committee, all members act only on the affirmative vote, or at least 2 members should be present, and appointment of that chairman elected annually by the board of directors, or removal also same things. Then comes to the main role and responsibility, that is important, that is review and disclose the compensation what we given, and you should give the recommendation for the establishment of incentives compensation plan, equity compensation plans to our employees. External compensation by the board of directors also should be declared in the board meetings. Then monitor the loans to directors or officer of the employee, how much we are going to provide. Then oversight of performance objectives and funding for executives also playing important roles, and approve and administrative cash incentives also. So here compensation committee, if you are maintaining, so it should be their main role has to should give the recommendation how our existing incentive system is there, or if there is any financial emergency, so how we can be overcome of them, or if there is a global slowdowns, or how the economic slowdown is there, so how we are going to be considered, or how we can treat to the compensation to that each employee, or how we can review or disclose, how we can make changes apart from not only internal but external also play important roles. And approve and administer the cash incentives also as a role of your compensation committees. Then comes to another important committee, that is your grievances committee. Grievances committee play important roles to be handled any grievances come to the pictures, that is the boss, and that is will be considered the manager and employee, or the boss and the leader, or leader and the subordinates, or the ground man will be there. So the relation between an employer and employee, so if there is a conflict will be arises, so to be handled that properly, or maybe there is a work assignments, there is a conflict, or maybe there will be consider the part of your duties assigned, or the duty performed, or the benefited, the compensation benefited, or will be considered the standard of time will be set at the disciplines. So any conflict comes to the pictures, that company should be solved within the organization we cannot go by way of that is code, and it will be considered as a role of your grievances committees. This is what the 4 important committees we required as any organization, specifically maybe private or public. And apart from that, other committees are there. Governance committee based upon this to set the standards. Risk committee is there to be and avoid the risk, or any special committees, any emergencies or the things or special problems comes, that times this committee will be work. So this is what related to today's videos, where we discuss about the corporate committees, basically their needs, their objectives, their role and responsibilities, and how various types of corporate committees will be there, just like audit, then nomination committees, then grievances committee, compensation committees, and other, that is your financial risk committees, then special committee, governance committee. So this will be as is to followed in the various private limited and public limited companies. So these videos will be considered these issues. Next videos will discuss about some of the recommendation given by international committees and national committees, and the remaining portion, remaining activities of your unit number 5 that we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.